It's Anthony Fantano here, internet's busiest music nerd, doing a raw, quick iPhone review here now that I have a couple of really big videos out of the way this week. The Kendrick review, the Radiohead Worst to Best. Check those out if you haven't. But now I'm going to be talking about a project that I've been getting a lot of requests on this week. People are saying, hey, you got to talk about that new Playboi Carti. Playboi Carti, he's the best, he's the newest, he's the next, he's next, man, he's next. I've heard a couple of his viral internet singles before this came out, and I didn't really have an opinion on him, honestly. But now that I can hear this full project and sort of get a fuller scope of what Playboi Carti is all about, his sound, his style, everything, I'm not really impressed. To be completely honest, this thing was so painfully mindless. I just felt like I was just hitting my head with a hammer as I was listening to this thing. I felt like every song that I listened to on here, I was killing brain cells, because my brain was just in so much pain, thinking, please give me something, just something other than, I don't know, these redundant lyrics and this overemphasis on ad-libs. From what I can hear, Playboi Carti very much inhabits that whole Lil Uzi Vert wing of this whole mumble rap trend right now, and not to say mumble rap in a negative sense, because there are some artists who kind of dabble in that or could be labeled as that I like, and there are others such as Future that, while I'm not a fan, he does have his own sound, he has his own style. I respect that. Again, not a fan, but I respect that he has his sound and his style. Playboi Carti, though, reminds me of too many artists to really kind of feel like he's all that distinct or all that memorable, all that original. He just kind of feels very generic, very dime a dozen to me. And I'm struggling to hear something that's special about his music, because it's not his lyrics, because there's nothing lyrical about this at all. Sometimes he has, a really kind of funny, silly, ridiculous thing to say about money or sex or drugs or whatever. Believe me, it's kind of the generic trap topics here. We don't have much to work with. But the only thing that makes it funny is that it's so preposterous that his music lyrically is so underwritten. So it's not lyrics that make him special. Like Lil Uzi Vert, he very much overemphasizes ad-libs. Some of them are fun, some of them are kind of entertaining. But I don't see his ad-libs as all that memorable or energizing or exciting either. He kind of has that same mid-range and nasal tone that Lil Uzi Vert and everybody who's been copying him lately has as well. Occasionally kind of busts into a bit of a melodic flow, but not so melodic that, he's actually like singing a memorable tune or anything like that. It's just kind of like little hints of, melody here and there in his flow. Like Lil Uzi Vert, he likes to grab all of these really atmospheric and kind of quirky, very lighthearted instrumentals that have some very playful keyboard leads in them that I like quite a bit. I love the production on this thing for the most part. It's actually really the selling point of the project, in my opinion. Very little of what I liked about this thing had much to do with Playboi Carti himself. I was way more into like A$AP Rocky's feature on this thing, way more into a lot of the beats on here. I give Playboi Carti's producers all the credit in the world. They make him sound much more listenable than he would be in any other context. So, again, all the credit to those guys. But Playboi Carti himself, there's virtually nothing special or interesting about him or what he's doing on this tape. Again, it's not the lyrics. It can't be the lyrics. It's not his flow. It's not the fact that he's singing a little bit here and there. His ad-libs are kind of run-of-the-mill. His voice isn't really anything special either. I'm just kind of struggling to hear what is so great about Playboi Carti, what makes Playboi Carti significant. It's not the hooks either, because the hooks are pretty redundant and pretty basic, and what is and what isn't a hook is sometimes hard to tell on this tape, because even Playboi Carti's verses and his ad-libs are so redundant and repeated again and again and again and again throughout numerous tracks on here that when he busts into a hook, the hook doesn't really feel any more special than anything else. It just kind of feels like another repetition of another thing. So I don't know, again, really struggling to hear anything special about what this guy has to offer, and it's just so purely mindless that it's mind-numbing just to listen to it. And I don't know, I don't think I'm ever really going to try to make the effort to listen to this guy's music again. Not unless I hear a spare track or feature or something that somehow wows me and gets me curious again. But I think this is where my curiosity is going to end, right here on this self-titled project. And that's all I have to say. I'll catch you guys in the next video. What did you think of this thing? If you've heard it, did you love it, hate it, why? And yeah, forever.